When you first open our app, this is the first page you'll come up to. It's our sign up page, where you can create an account in case you don't already have one. In the case that you do have one, there's a button that says, already have an account, sign in. You can click on that and it will bring you to the next page, which allows you to sign in. I'll make my username just simply my name. And I'll create the password hello. Once I've submitted it, it'll say that I've created a new account successfully. Then, I use this username and password to log in. And I enter my password. Once I enter, it takes me to a page where I can enter a phone number and it will send me an OTP. Once I send OTP, I will be sent an OTP number which I can enter here. Then I can click Verify OTP and the page will show me. This function is to create more security on the app. When you open the profile page, after the OTP, it'll ask you to enter all of this information. You start by selecting a profile picture from your camera roll. In this case, I cannot because I have limited storage, but enter your name, and select your gender, select your date of birth, select your date of diagnosis, select your type of diabetes, an emergency contact number, and submit. Your information will show up. However, as you can see, I have not selected a profile photo, so it'll still ask me to select one until I've finished. My whole profile will show up here when I am completed entering my profile. You can go to our glucose log, which on our glucose log, it's easy for diabetic patients to monitor their blood sugar levels. You can select a date, select a time, as well as this, you can enter your blood sugar level. For example, 3 mmol. And when you submit, this will show the date, time, and the blood sugar level all recorded in a list. This information is stored on the web, so you can access this information from any device that you log your account into. If you go to our exercise log, you can choose a date, choose a time, choose the type of exercise, for example, basketball, running, or many more. Choose the minutes of exercise, let's say 23, and submit. It will say that you're 7 minutes away from your target, where your daily target would be 30 minutes. After you submit, the information you submit will be entered into this table. You can also use a pedometer, which allows you to see how many steps you're using in a day. If I move my arm like this in a walking motion and I press stop pedometer, it'll tell me how many stops. And it'll tell me how many steps I walked. In this case, 3. I just moved my hand in a walking motion, but this gives you an idea of what the feature is like. If you open our food log, you can choose a date, you can choose a meal, you can choose a food item, and you can submit. Your information will be stored in a list, and over time, this collects up and you can see how much food you're eating on a daily basis. This is very useful for diabetic patients. Also, for newly diagnosed patients, you can click on this and it'll tell you how many carbs is in a certain slice of bread or in different amounts of food. You can choose different things, for example, pasta. and it will tell you how many carbs is in pasta. This is good for diabetic patients for when they need to administer their insulin. On our emergency page, you can select an emergency contact and press the emergency button. An SMS will be sent to the contact. For example, as you can see here, there's a location sent. It says, "This patient is not feeling well. Please send to the location below." The name is selected from the profile, and this is the location that the patient was found at. If you click on this, it will open Google Maps and show you the location of the patient. We also created a Bluetooth device which connects to our app. When the lights are flashing, it means that the Bluetooth has not been connected. When you select Bluetooth, you select our Bluetooth device, and the lights will stop flashing. They will only flash occasionally. Place your hand on the heart rate sensor, place your thumb on the heart rate sensor, and press Show Reading. The reading should show up on the page.